Good morning, mathematicians. It is Wednesday, and let's get started with some whole number or mixed number times proper fractions or vice versa. Let's take a look at this first one. So here I am seeing 6 times 1 and a half. Well, I know that 6 times 1 would be 6, and I know that 6 times a half or half of 6 is going to be 3 more than that. That is how I know when I join those that I have an answer of 9 for part 1. Now for part 2, we're seeing 5 times 3 sevenths. Well, 5 times 3 is 15, and my denominator will stay the same, so I have 15 sevenths. Now let's take a look at part 3 here. We have 7 and 1/10 times 9. Well, I know that 7 times 9 is 63, and I know that 1/10 times 9 is 9/10. So I have an answer of 63 and 9/10 for part 3. For part 4, we have 9 times 6 fifths, right? 9 times 6 fifths. Let's multiply our 9 times our 6. 9 times 6 is 54, and my denominator stays the same. It is 5. Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 says to write an expression to represent the shaded area below. Well, I know that this is one whole, right? And I know that this is one of the three that it would take to build another whole. Because of that, I know that each of these shaded regions is a third, isn't it? Because this is 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and that equals one whole. And I actually have one more third. So how many thirds do I have? I have 4. So I could say that I have 1/3 times 4, right? Because this is a third, a third, a third, a third. We have 4 thirds. So I could make it 1/3 times 4. Now it does say to write an expression to represent the shaded area below. If I were going to write it as an equation, because I can't resist, I would have, of course, 4 thirds or one whole. Here's my one whole. And then one of the three that it would take to build another whole. This is a good opportunity just to do a little extra. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. We are going to write an expression to find how much of the square is shaded. Well, when I take a look here at my rows, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 rows. And how many of those rows have some shading? That would be 3 of those rows have some shading. Now let's take a look at our columns. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 columns. And how many of those columns have some shading? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those have some shading. When I join that together, I get an answer here. That is 3/4 as one of my factors and 4/5 as my second factor. And of course, we're multiplying those together. It does say to write an expression, so I do not need to say equals and then 12/20ths, but certainly I could see how to take that to an equation. Let's go ahead to our next question. Mark Twain has eaten 2/3 of his bone already. He plans to finish the rest evenly over the next 4 days. What fraction of the bone should he eat each day? So if he's eaten 2/3, how much does he have left? He has a third left, right? And that 1/3 is going to be eaten over the course of 4 days. And he wants to divide it up to eat it evenly over those 4 days. Well, I know that 1/3 divided by 4 is going to equal 1/12. So my answer here is 1/12 of the bone each day for those 4 days. We have one last question for this Wednesday column. Here we're looking at 4/5 times 4. Well, I know that 4 times 4 is 16, and my denominator will stay a 5, so I have 16/5. Here I have 5/8 of 40. Well, I know that if I have 40 and I divide that up into 8, if I divide that up into 8, I know that I have 5. So because of that, I know that 1/8 of 40 equals 5, but I actually have 5 of those, right? So 5 times 5 equals 25. That is my answer for that part 2. And my part 3 is what is 1/3 of 24? 1 times 24 is 24. and my denominator stays a 3. Now, 24 thirds I can reduce to its whole number value because I see clearly that 3 goes into 24 exactly 3 times. So this is a correct answer, and this is a correct answer. They sit in the same place of the number line. That finishes out our Wednesday